Alright, today I have the pleasure to present my lesson. Today I'm gonna be a teacher and I'm gonna be a teacher Jason Bananas. I'm gonna present this interesting lesson and topic to the 7th grade. It's gonna be on November 19th, and the topic is really interesting. It's about scientific math, alright? And this objective I want to use I want to focus on my lesson plan is the student will be able to we know what is scientific method, we'll know take out the scientific method, we'll be able to learn new vocabulary and also how to pronounce new words and also enhance his listening as well. So in the warm up, we can use a really interesting video or ask some questions about scientific method if the student have any idea what scientific method. You don't have to give off like a scientific answer. No, just only like what scientific method in particular you like, and something like that. So the learning activities, as I mentioned before, they're gonna use the students who watch a video about scientific method, and also the student will have a small discussion about the topic with the teacher, and also could have a debate about scientific method. We gonna focus on scientific methods and that's the thing, because scientific method is more than what you think is about the life, right? Some simple thing that already any kid or children can discuss, can debate, right? So in the final, we're gonna have a short true or false. We will be able to close with a short activity. Like we can use an app in this case with a short activity for 10 questions. Pretty simple question when it's pretty tricky as well. When the student gonna rely if they have a wonderful listening, if they really pay attention to the topic. And the evaluation is gonna focus on the attendance, gonna be 50%, and the participation is gonna be 50%, and the pronunciation is 30% because I'm gonna give them the correct pronunciation as well if they mispronounce some word, right? And the knowledge is 40%. Why? Because this is what is about the topic. If you really pay attention, it doesn't matter if it's really hard, if you don't like it. You pay attention, we're gonna have a really recap at the end of the lesson. You always gonna have something in your head about the topic. That's what is good about this scientific method, because it's something really different. Alright? Some comments that I want to add observation. If the teacher will see the words that all the students have learned, and as well as the pronunciation of the new word. In addition, the teacher will see which method could be more effective for every student to learn something new, right? So now I'm gonna continue with just a little PowerPoint. We're gonna explain a little bit about scientific method, right? This is a scientific method. This is 7th grade science, right? As I mentioned before, gonna be November 19, 2021. It's really interesting topic. So let's start. The objective and learning target. So I can describe this aspect of the scientific method and how to apply it into solving a problem. Alright. In this case, we can watch a video, a really interesting video, but in this case, it's taking a little time. But in the lesson, I can explain that. It's a really interesting video to share with a student, right? But also we have a little recap. So in the scientific method, it involves a series of steps that are used to investigate a natural occurrence aspect of the science method. Alright? This is really interesting. And the scientific method, something really important about scientific method that we can use here. The problem question, the valid question, or a problem that can be solved through experiment. That's what is scientific method, right? Observation, research, make observation and research the topic of interest. Formulate a hypothesis, predict a possible answer to the problem or question. experiment, develop, and follow up procedure. Collect, analyze result, confirm the result by risk testing, and conclusion clear a statement that accept or reject the hypothesis. Make a recommendation for further study and possibly improvement to the procedure. Alright? A little recap. In this case, we can use a little recap after you watch the video and also read all the scientific method. Alright? All this is recap. The student gonna read. If they pronounce some word, I'm gonna give the right pronunciation for them. So it's really important. And also it's really good. So in conclusion, we can use the summary ending of the experiment that explains the result. The scientific method is a serious step used by scientists to solve problem or answer a question, right? And also we can use the like a control experiment, how many dependent variables can be worked with time procedures. At least a step anyone could follow to conduct experiments. So what is an observation? Using your sense to notice what is going on around you, that's what is scientific method. So that's when in this case when I give you the student what you think is about the life, or what you think you wanna do in 5 years. That's what is scientific method. You ask questions, you always wonder, you always want to answer for anything. That's what is scientific method in any case. So it's really important for the student knows really interesting topic and different topic what is could catching attention could be really hard for them or really interesting for them, and also in the same way it could be something tricky. Alright, and also we can use what is an observation, using your sense to notice what is going on around you. That's mentioned before. So execute step by step introducing a call or procedure and the ball bounce. A student is planning an experiment to find out how this high pronounce is he dropped as a ball effect, how high the ball bounce. It depends on variable is it. Alright, this part here is very scientific, right? But also very interesting. Because this part, if we were in the classroom, we can use a ball to use this example, right? And then the student gonna start to realize, wow, this is what a scientific method is. In this case, how did the ball bounce? Wow, it's really interesting. That's where the student like. You have a free interaction and also use the practice. And the student they learn also when you give this all information. They learn when you use all the information and practice. That's when the students start to learn, because they're gonna notice if it is really like the topic that you're giving them. Alright? So just continue. The ends of the video or the ends of my lesson plan, I'm gonna use a quiz, or we'll use an app. If you're in the classroom, you could probably use also this app using the computer, the project to project this app, and we're gonna have a very interesting interaction with the student. So in this case, I'm gonna present for you the really interesting, useful, only like 5 examples of this activity. So let's start. It's very interesting. Alright, here's the matter. We're gonna type if it's the right or if it's the wrong answer, but also the student is gonna learn. And also after start this activity, I'm gonna ask the student if the topic is really hard, or if it's complex, or if it's good, if it's easy. Alright, vision statement, or it can be tested. This is a good thing that we can use this app. Alright, the student can get emoji after that about answer, right? This is a good thing about this. This is tech, anyone could follow the conducting experiment. We will use the question, the procedure, observation, material, question, and problem. But how easy the procedure, right? That's what I want to give the student, that the opportunity to maybe stay in the same time they're gonna learn. Alright, by the next time they're gonna be aware of what is the right answer, or what is the scientific method is. It's not only for science. We can use for anyone. We can use this app. Is a good thing for teaching the student to be very interesting or hype in this topic, right? It's not only for some some different or complex word that we have to use. And also in the school we can use a simple and basic topic to teach the scientific. So this is all for today. I want to give you all my lesson plans. Is really interesting. So in case you can say, wow, I know, I don't think so. It's kind of complex, but this is a good thing when you use a different topic to catch attention for the children. So, well, thank you.